أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر والحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well. And I was planning to do class on Sunday, but because of the unexpected, I wasn't able to do the class because I'll have no access to my WhatsApp. So that's the reason why I wasn't able to do the class. Just managed today. Right, so we are on lesson number. You should be able to unmute yourself, everyone.
Yeah, starting lesson 6.
Yep. Lesson 6. Lesson number 6 is not that difficult. It's a straightforward lesson. However, I will go through the points to remember, and then we will continue. Right, let's bring Sister Sadiqa Asaria first on the mic. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Sadiqa Asaria.
Alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, very well. Okay, if you can start from points to remember, please, in this lesson, and read up to point lesson number 6, from 1, 2, and AB, and then inshallah bring someone else from number 3. Bismillah.
In this lesson, we learn the following. The habti, you went, feminine singular. Number 2, the numbers 11 to 20 with the feminine ma'dud. We have already learnt these numbers with the masculine ma'dud in lesson 3. Rules pertaining to these numbers with the feminine ma'dud have also been mentioned there. To summarize, A, 11 and 12, both parts of the number agree with the ma'dud. For example, ahada. Sorry, do I start with the
Yes, that's right. Ahad Ashar is correct.
Ahada Ashara Taliban.
11 students.
Yeah. Ihda Ashrata Talibatan. Ithna Ashara Taliban. Ithnata Ashrata Talibatan. Not that the
Sorry, now explain this to me. What do you understand by this? How is Ahada Ashar corresponding with Taliban in gender? How is that been illustrated?
Okay, so the male students,
yep,
with the 11,
correct.
Everything is male.
Correct. So Ahada is masculine, Ashar masculine, and Taliban is masculine, because numbers 1 and 2 and 11 and 12, they come as adjectives of each other. So for this reason, the units and the tens correspond to the masculine thing which is being counted. And then with regards to 12, Ithna is the masculine, Ashar is masculine, Taliban is also masculine. Whereas if it's a feminine ma'dud, talibatan, Bismillah, continue. Ihda.
Then it'll be ihda, which is feminine. Ashrata is feminine and talibatan is feminine.
Correct.
Is it because ihda
is feminine?
Is ashrata, which one is the adjective of ashrata?
So what will you say? You will say that that's a very good question. So 11 of what? So you will say this is the sifa, this is the mawsuf. 11 what? So this female. So talibatan is the sifa, ashratan is the
Yeah.
mawsuf, thing which has been described. How many? 11. Talibatan is the sifa, and ashrata is the mawsuf.
Ashrata, okay. Yeah. Shall I carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No,
go ahead, Bismillah.
note that the letter Sheen has a fatha in Ashrata and Sakun in Ashrata.
Correct.
B. 13 to 19. In these numbers, the second part agrees with the ma'dud and the first part does not. For example, Thalatha Ashara Taliban and Thalatha Ashrata Talibatan. And the Thamaniyata Ashara Taliban and Thamaniya Ashrata Talibatan.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what's happening here now is that from 13 to 19, the units become opposite to the ma'dud. Taliban is masculine, thalathata is feminine, but the tens itself, they will correspond with the ma'dud. Ashar, Taliban. Thamaniya is feminine, Ashar is masculine, Taliban is masculine. Now over here, now Talibatan is feminine. So for this reason, the unit will come
Masculine.
exactly. And asharata is feminine, talibatan is feminine. So the units are masculine and the tens are feminine because they're corresponding with the ma'dud. Thamani is masculine, ashrata, it's feminine, and talibatan is feminine as well. And finally, number 3.
Shall I do number 3 as well?
Yeah,
Okay. Ayu, which is which. We have learnt this word in book 1. It is always mudaf and the noun following it is majrur because it is mudaf, because it is mudaf ilay. For example, Ayu talibin kharaja, which student went out? Ayya kitabin qara'ta, which book did you read? Bi ayya qalamin katabta, which pen did you write with?
right.
Not
So one thing you will see here now, what do you see with the ayu, ayya, and the ayu? What do you see the difference between all 3 of them? There's something, as a theme you will see on ayu, ayya, and the ayi. Yes.
Yeah. One is Lama, one is Fatha, and one is Pasra.
Exactly. So what happens here now? Ayu talibin. So if you can write this down. So ayu talibin. So ayu is a word which normally comes in the beginning of a sentence. And over here, ayu taliban is mudaf ilay. Correct? Correct, sister?
Yeah.
Now, ayu taliban is mudaf ilay, and this is, so whenever ayu is a noun as well. Ayu is a noun, and it's coming in the beginning of a sentence. So this is mubtada, is the subject. This is the mubtada. And kharaja, what is kharaja? It's a correct. So in kharaja, and remember the previous lesson, we spoke about every verb requires a subject, correct? A doer. It can either be the pronoun attached within the verb, or it could be a visible noun which appears after it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Now, here now, what's happening here? Ayu talibin kharaja. So ayu talibin is mudaf ilay, subject. Kharaja is the verb, and it's coming as the predicate, verbal sentence, coming as the khabar for ayu talibin. And the pronoun in the verb kharaja is the doer, referring back to the student. Which student went out? Who exited? We're talking about kharaja. So kharaja's doer is ayu talib. Which student went out? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
So, Sheikh, can I ask something?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. So Sheikh, because of the ayu,
Yep.
that subject talibin became majroor. That's
Yes.
because of ayu. If there was no ayu, then that would be talibun.
Then it would be talibun, correct. And if it was talibun, then talibun would be talibun kharaja. That would mean a student exited. Then translation would be a student exited, as talibun is nakira without alif lam, and it would be translated a student exited.
I'm a little confused because you said ayu was a noun.
Yes, because ayu talibin, which student? Because as you know, mudaf ilayh is always nouns.
Oh, so this would not be like allazi is a mawsula.
Okay, very good question. Even alladhi is ismul mawsul, and ismul mawsul, the difference between ismul mawsul and ayu, ismul mawsul, it comes as a noun, and then you have a connector which comes after it. Do you understand?
Okay.
So like sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim. So an'amta alayhim, this whole verbal sentence is connected to al-ladhina.
Yes.
So that is ismul mawsul. Whereas ayu talibin, it sometimes comes in the meaning of ismul mawsul, but over here now it's not coming as a sentence, it's coming as mudaf ilayh. So
Okay.
in sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim, it's a complete verbal sentence.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm a little confused.
okay, now so let me explain. Alladhina is ismul mawsul, which comes meaning that, which, or who, and whenever that comes, there is always a sentence which follows it.
Okay.
A sentence which will always follow it, which will explain about the alladhi or alladhina itself. Okay, that is the quality of ismul mawsul, and that whole sentence is connected together. That's how alladhi works. Whereas ayu, it doesn't work like that. Ayu does not require a sentence to come after it. It just requires either a pronoun or a noun itself. Like, I'll give you an example. In Surah Al-Hamd, we say Iyaka.
Yes.
Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in. So Iyaka here is coming in the beginning of the sentence. It's now not coming with a dhamma, but it's coming with a
fatha.
Why? Now, the word iya, it has a quality or a speciality that it always comes in the beginning of the sentence, and it can come with a dhamma, it can come with a fatha. Now, when it comes with a fatha, iyaka na'budu, here, because iya is coming in the beginning of the sentence and it's mansub, the reason why it's mansub, it's emphasizing the maf'ul. It's emphasizing who we are worshipping. You alone, we worship. We don't translate, we worship you. It's emphasizing that all of worship is going to be only for Lillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala, no one else. And that's the reason why the maf'ul in this sentence is coming before the verb, emphasizing that this worshipping is only unique for this object.
Okay.
Is that clear now?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, that's fine. The rest of the somewhat, when we start Nahu, I will explain rest of this concepts about Ismul Mawsul and Ayo itself. Just remember the word Ayo, it can either come mudaf ilay, or either it can come with a pronoun.
Okay. So just one more question. You know, the next one is Ayya.
Yes.
Yeah. What made it Ayya?
So Ayya, again, now, in the first example here now, Ayu talibin, it's mudaf ilay, and it's coming as mubtada. Kharaja is a verb, and it's coming as the khabar. So you can have the khabar of a nominal sentence, a mubtada sentence, either a noun as a khabar or as a verb as a khabar. Is that clear so far?
Yes.
Now the next part now. Ayya kitabin qara'ta. Now, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, that the word a, the noun a, it's one of those words which would always require to come in the beginning of the sentence. Now it's coming with a fatha. Now, the reason why it's coming with a fatha, now look at the verb. Qara'ta, you read. So
Yeah.
what did you read? This is the ayya kitabin. This is coming as a maf'ul bihi, as the object before the verb.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
it's specifying like in Iyyaka na'budu, it's specifying the reading
Exactly.
part
Maf'ul
of
bi.
the book.
It's
Exactly.
oh, okay, okay.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah.
again, same things happening here. Here, ayyu talibin here, ayyu talibin is the fa'il, is the doer,
Yes.
coming in the beginning of the sentence, and here ayya kitabin is the object coming before the verb now.
That is emphasized, and therefore it's ayya. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not emphasizing. It's trying to emphasize that the object, this is the thing which you're reading. Ayya kitab, which book you read. So it's trying to emphasize the object itself more than the verb.
Okay.
And then the last one, bi ayyi qalamin. So by which pen you wrote. So here it's coming with as a preposition. Ba is harf jar, ay is majroor because of ba, and it's mudaf. Qalamin is mudaf ilay. Okay, so the more details about ism al-mawsul and ayya, I will teach that further, because there are a few other points as well which I don't want to delve at the moment, because we're just introducing a, and inshallah I will explain that later, inshallah.
Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
So allazi, allazina, these are also called relative pronoun in Arab, in English,
Yes.
followed by a description.
Yes, so whenever they come, ism al-mawsul, they always come either with a noun, a nominal sentence, or a verbal sentence. And the sentence which comes after alladhi, alladhina, they're all the sentence which comes after it is called a connected sentence. It's called a connected sentence with alladhi. So it's always connected together, and it comes normally as an asifa for the noun which they come after. So when we say sirat al-ladhina, that's ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Sirat, what sirat? Now sirat is coming, then we have al-ladhina. What is this sirat? Al-ladhina an'amta, those upon whom you have favored, an'amta alayhim. So this is coming as an adjective. So alladhina and amta, the whole thing with alladhina and amta, which is the verb, the connected sentence and the ism al-mawsul together is coming as an adjective explaining about the sirat itself.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautifully explained. Yeah, it's describing the previous sentence.
Exactly. It always comes as an explanation of the previous sentence. That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay. So that is the way, and they are normally, there's a word which we use in Arabic, that this sentence, it's called a sentence with how should I explain? This sentence which comes between alladhina and amta alayhim, this sentence is normally called a abbreviated sentence. It's like a sentence between the clause. That is normally what this sentence does. It's a clause, a sentence in a clause, which is just explaining about the sirat. So this is normally how, like when we say in other parts, alladhina yuqimuna, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, alladhina hum fi salatihim khashi'un. So qad aflaha al-mu'minun alladhina hum fi salatihim khashi'un. Yeah, so all of this, alladhina, this is all again sila and the mawsul, all of them together, explaining about the mu'minun who are successful. So it will come as an adjective for them, a verb. So this is something which we haven't done yet, but we will do later, is that we can also have in the Arabic language, this is all because of Sister Zohra asking the question, but it's good that I'm mentioning these points, that when we go further up, advanced, I will mention that you can also have a sentence with alladhina, a whole sentence, which is now coming as an adjective. Normally, we've understood adjectives are one words, but when we go in more further advanced, you will find even whole sentences can also come as adjectives as well for a
Okay.
noun. Okay,
Okay.
is that clear now?
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Can I request Sister Zamina, as she's been away last week? Sorry, Sister Zamina. Yeah, my mistake. I got my mistake. Sister Zamina, Bismillah. Is she there? And then I'll give you a break. Okay. Right. Do you want to take off? I've got still 10 minutes, 5 minutes left. Those students in London, if you want to take a break for prayers, is that okay?
Yes, please.
Yeah, if you want to take a break.
Fine, yes, we can go and pray Maghrib now.
Yeah, if you take a 5-minute break,
Ashan.
and inshallah, within 5 to 6 minutes. So it's 6:25. We still resume class at 6:35. Is that okay? So give it a 10-minute break.
Yes, that'll be fine. Thanks, Moran.
So let's take a 10-minute break. Inshallah, we'll be back on class in 10 minutes. I just put the class on close.
Have we finished? Maghrib finished, I think.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. Right. Can I request, Sister Zamin, are you back?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum salam. Bismillah, can you continue from the last paragraph on the page, please? Note that the word a.
Note that the word AU is marfu in the first sentence because it is mubtada, and it is mansu in the second because it is maf'ul bihi, and majroor in the third because it is preceded by the preposition be.
Excellent. Now, what we're going to do now on point number 4, we are going to learn now that the word, I will send you this across, the past tense is a dhanna, val, nuna, dhanna, and the present tense, dhanna yadhunnu. I'll send this past and present tense to in the group so that you have the conjugation for this. And now what you're going to learn is that after dhanna yadhunnu, you're going to have anna coming. Let's go ahead. Bismillah.
Adhunnu is I think. Adhunnu annaha dhahabat ila Makkata. I think that she went to Makkah. Anna is a sister of Inna, and so its ism is mansur and its khabar is marfu. For example, Adhannu anna Hamidan maridun. I think that Hamid is sick.
Correct. Now I've got a question for yourself. Why is it now Anna Hamidan Maridun? Why is Hamid Mansub Maridun Marfu? Can you explain that as well, please?
So the way that Anna works is that the ism becomes mansur, so it becomes the ismu inna.
Correct.
And the khabar becomes marfu because it's the khabar inna.
Correct. And now I have another question to ask you, so which the book hasn't asked this question, but I'm going to ask. Now, I think, Adhunnu, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
That Hamid is sick.
Exactly. So the whole sentence now, so as you know that the whole sentence, which is containing ism of inna and the khabar of anna as well, the whole sentence, it's in actual fact as an object for adhunnu. As you know, I am thinking. When you're thinking of something. So the whole sentence is in the actual as well, like a speech mark, a speech. So when we have speech marks as well. Now all of this sentence is in the place of being the object of adhunnu. So when we have speech marks in English language, it means this is what the sayer is saying itself. So because you're saying adhunnu, the whole sentence, jumla ismiya, is in the place of being maf'ul bihi for the verb adhunnu.
Okay.
So normally we understood like darabtu Zaidan, I hit Zaid. We understood that one word can be an object. But now we're learning the whole sentence can also come as an object, or an object for a verb. I'll give you another example. In Surah Ikhlas, when we say qul, qul huwa Allahu ahad. So whenever in the Quran the word qul comes, means say. Who is saying?
Prophet.
No, yeah, Allah saying to the Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam saying to the Prophet, Qul, and whatever is being said after Qul is called a speech. So all of the speech, Huwa Allahu Ahad, all of this is actually a maf'ul bihi for Qul. Is the object of what is being said by the Prophet itself. So all speech marks or all conversations which a person when he is speaking is always in the form of an object, and it's called maf'ul bihi, like this one here as well. I'll cover this and I'll give you more examples when we come to the Quran and examples on that. Continue, please, sister.
أظن أن الإمام جديد. I think that the Imam is new.
Correct.
أظن أن فاطمة غائبة. I think that Fatima is absent.
Correct. Why can it not be أظن أن فاطمة غائب? Why does it have to be غائبة? Why can it not be غائب?
Because Fatima is feminine, so it has to match.
Correct. And what was the ruling about subject and predicate? I'm just doing a revision of what we have done before. I mentioned a point last time, twice or thrice before, is that whenever you have a subject and predicate, the mubtada and khabar, even of regardless of whether it is the ism of anna or the khabar of anna, there is a universal ruling, is that the ism and the khabar always correspond in number. They correspond in number and
Gender.
Gender.
Ahsanti, mashallah, Batul Manji. Yes, number and gender. These are the two things it corresponds in. So like al-imamu jadidun. Al-imam is masculine, jadidun is also masculine. But one of them is ma'rifah and the other one is nakira. That's fine. Let's continue. That's brilliant. Right. Who is going? Sister Maksuma Hassan. Good to see her in class. I'm not too sure whether she's driving, but let's try her. Oh, I think she's disappeared. Okay, I think she's gone. Right, then let's bring Sister Zuhra Virji. Can I request yourself, Sister Zuhra? Sister Zuhra, are you there or are you driving as well now? Okay, she may be absent. Right, okay, then I'll bring Dr. Rahim.
Yes. Shall I go into the next sentence?
Yes, number 5.
Annaka mut'abun.
Correct.
I think you are tired. From the word taba'a means tired. So mut'abun means you are tired.
Correct.
And adhunnu means I think that you are tired.
Correct. Doctor. Continue, please. Number 5.
Number 5, if innaka ihsanu talibun fil fasli, innaka ahsanu talibin fil fasli.
Correct.
Qala fala asbat qala fas. Qala innaka ahsanu talibin fil fasli. He said, you are the best student. Qala changes the whole thing, isn't it?
Correct.
It makes it nasab. And then in the class, they note that qala, the particle inna, is used and not anna.
Correct.
The number 6, lima, why? Lima means why. If it stands alone, a ha is added to it. Limahu. This is called sakti.
Oh, sakti, yep. Ha, which is
Sakti
silent. Yep.
means sukun.
Yep.
Sukun is it. And then we have learned in book 2 some examples of adjectives ending in an. Jaw'anun, atshanun, ghazbanun.
Without the tanween, Doctor. Jo'anu, atshanu, ghadbanu.
Jaw'anu, ghazbanu. Jaw'anu means hungry, atshanu means thirsty, ghazbanu means angry. The feminine of such adjectives is on the pattern of fa'ala, and the plural of both masculine and feminine is on the pattern of fi'ala.
Fi'alun.
Fi'alun. Bilalun jaw'anu. Bilal is hungry. Rijalun jiya'un. The man hungry. Aminatun jaw'a. Amina is hungry.
Correct.
Nisa'u jiya'un. The women are hungry.
So you'll see that the masculine and the feminine plural are both of them the same. Ar-rijalu ji'aun and nisa'u ji'aun. The only difference is in the singular. Bilalun jaw'anun and Aminatu jaw'a. Right, continue, doctor.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Note the plural of kaslanu means lazy and kasla is kusala. And then number 8, hati means bring or give. Note it's not to other pronouns of the second person. Like they say hati burhanukum.
In
Give
kuntum,
me
ya hati burhanukum in kuntum sadiqin. Correct.
Yeah, Ahmadu hati or Ahmad bring. Ya ikhwanun hatu. Ya Zainabu hati. Ya akhawatun hatina.
Correct.
Hatina.
So this is only for the imperatives. So hati comes in the form of imperative to bring. So hati for masculine, hati for feminine, and plural feminine. Masculine hatu, and hatina for plural for feminine. And finally, khud.
9, khuz means take. Khuz, you learn the imperative form in book 4.
Okay. Question to everyone. What is the past tense of khud? Is an open question to anyone. What is
Akhadha.
akhadha? Just as Zahra, Zora, correct. So it's alif, kha, dal. Akhadha, ya'khudhu. Akhadha, ya'khudhu. So I'm going to ask Sister Zuhra, can you do the past tense for me of akhadha, please?
Akhadha, akhadha, akhazu,
Correct.
akhazat,
Correct.
akhazata,
Yep.
akhazna,
Correct.
akhazta, akhaztuma, akhaztum, akhazti, akhaztuma, akhaztunna, akhaztu, akhazna.
Excellent. Sister Sadiqa Jafar. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Sadiqa Jafar, are you there?
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, you okay?
Bismillah, alhamdulillah. Can you do the present tense? Akhadha ya'khudhu.
Yeah.
Bismillah, ya'khudhu.
Ya'khudhu, ya'khuza, ya'khudhu,
So no, remember that so ya'khudhu, then the jewel has the alif noon at the end. Ya'khudhu.
Sorry, I won't be able to do that,
No,
Mona.
let's do it. Let's do it together.
Ya'khudani.
Ya'khudani, correct? Ya'khudhu, ya'khudani, ya'khuduna. Go ahead, Sister Siddiqa. Ya'khudhu,
Ya'khudhu,
ya'khudani,
ni,
ya'khuduna.
ya'khudhuna,
And then she is taking ta'khudhu,
ta'khudhu,
ta'khudani,
ni,
ya'khudna.
ya'khudhna,
And then you are taking ta'khudhu,
ta'khudhu,
ta'khudani,
khudhani,
khuduna.
ta'khudhuna,
And ta'khudina,
ta'khudhina,
ta'khudani,
ta'khudhani,
ta'khudna.
khudhna.
I am taking. You can say either akhudhu or akhudhu. Both of them are correct, because whenever there are two hamzas together, you could put as a alif maksur on top. You say akhudhu, or you could say akhudhu. Akhudhu and na.
Na'khudhu.
Correct. Akhudhu and na'khudhu. Sister Zahra Jamal. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Can you do the imperative for me?
So, khuz, khuza, khuzu.
Correct.
Khuz, khuzi, khuza, khuzna.
Excellent. It's so akhadha ya'khudhu. What happens is that the alif in the beginning is dropped because of it being used quite regularly. So it just becomes khud. So that it should have been akhadha ukhud. It should have been ukhud. So instead of ukhud, They just made it 2 letters. Khudh, khuda, khudu, khudi, khuda, khudna. I will send this in the group, the past, present, and imperative. If I, by any chance, I forget, just message me in the group, say, Sheikh, you need to send this. I'll send you the past, present, and imperative for this so that you can write it and memorize it, inshallah.
I can ask something.
Go ahead, Bismillah.
What is the root of this hati?
So hati itself, it comes from normally a'ta yu'ti.
Oh,
So it can then what it does, hati itself, it comes just but for its present tense. It doesn't have past or present. It just
Okay.
comes as an imperative. And
Okay.
I'll send this. I did send this a few months ago, but I'll send this again to you of the verb and the present tense as well, so that you have this, because it comes in the Quran as well. So I'll send you the past. and present.
Atini mai.
Atini al-ma'i, that comes as well.
Yeah.
And I'll send this across as well to you.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Next page. Sister Batul Manji, can you do 10 and 11?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Fafariha biyal mudarrisu
So,
kathiran.
so fa means so. Fafariha bi biyal mudarrisu kathiran.
Kathiran, yes. So the teacher was greatly pleased with me. Here, fa means so and ni means with me,
Correct.
not farihtu bika. I was pleased with you. Farihu bina. They were pleased with us.
Correct.
Afarehta bihi. Were you pleased with him?
Were you pleased with him? Yep.
Not that the habbat can be read in 4 ways with 4 meanings. The habbat, she went, that is the hab 80. The habbat, ta, you masculine singular went. The habti, she went, singular female.
No, you, one singular female went.
Yeah, you feminine singular went.
Correct.
And the hub two, I went.
Correct. Now, one point I need to add. Does everyone remember, Sister Bilqis, Assalamu alaikum.
Ji, walaikum assalam, Sheikh.
Sister Bilqis, remember we spoke about transitive and intransitive verbs, remember?
Ji, yes, sir.
What was a transitive verb?
Transitive verb, the ones which require the maf'ul,
Correct. So,
and the intransitive which does not.
correct. So the verb fariha itself, he became pleased, or he became happy. So the word fariha itself, it's an intransitive verb. It doesn't require an object.
Yes, it does not require an object, yeah.
Now this is something which I did not mention last time intentionally, because I didn't want to bombard you with too much information, but I'm going to add something now here. Sometimes if you want to make an intransitive verb into a transitive verb, you normally bring a preposition with it, ba. So when you see bika, I was pleased with you. So this is making a intransitive verb into a transitive verb by the means of using a preposition ba with it itself. So normally it's ba, which comes as a means of making an intransitive verb into a transitive verb. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Is that clear for everyone?
yes.
So just
No, Maulana, can you repeat that?
Yep.
I'm confused.
One second. Right. Okay, let me explain. Now, do you remember we did Daraba Muhammadun Zaydan? Do you remember that example? Daraba Muhammadun Zaydan. What is the translation of Siddiqa? Muhammad hit.
Muhammad has Zaraba, he's hit Zaid.
Yeah, Muhammad hit Zaid. So in this sentence, Daraba is a verb, Muhammad is the doer, Zaid is the
It's the one who's hit.
exactly. Zaid is the object. Zaid is the object. Now, this is a transitive sentence, a transitive verb that it requires a verb and an object. Then we have a verb which is a intransitive verb which does not require an object. For example, ana farahtu. Ana farahtu. I became happy. I became happy. So when a verb gives the meaning of becoming, it means that it doesn't require an object. It's a change of state. So normally, if a verb indicates a change of state or position, it doesn't require an object. Now, sometimes these intransitive verbs, which don't require an object, they can be made into transitive verbs by using a preposition ba after it. So for example, if you look over here, I was pleased. But when we say bika, with you, they are trying to somehow make it this verb farehto into a transitive verb by using bika with it. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that clear now?
Yeah, yeah.
Is this clear for everyone else in the class? So whenever bina or bihi comes, it is trying to make a transitive verb, an intransitive verb into a transitive verb, meaning that making it attached with a object as well, or cling a object to it as to the verb. Is that clear?
Maulana Sahib, is it
yes.
being recorded?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Jazakal.
Yes. Right.
Sheikh, little question.
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Balkis.
Okay, so the kasiran is a maf'ul mutlaq over here?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Fariha B. So again, another good question by Sister Balkis. I'll explain this more. I was going to pass by, but you've asked. Now, let me explain the exact example now. Now, here in this example, Fariha, let me just go down. So here, Fariha, Fariha bi al-mudarrisu. So what will happen here? Fariha is the verb, ba and the ya, dhamir is attached to bi, ba is dhamir muttasil. And al-mudarrisu is the file of Fariha. And kathiran is maf'ul mutlaq, meaning that it's explaining the gravitude or the actual description of how much of this verb is being, or is describing the verb more than anything. I suppose maf'ul mutlaq is describing the verb itself. So Fariya bi al-mudarris, the teacher was happy with me. How much? A lot. So it should be farhat. It should have been farhatan kathiran. But the actual masdar is not mentioned, but only kathiran has been mentioned, which is indicating that the adjective farhan has been dropped. So normally this happens that whenever kathiran or kabiran or qalilan comes, the noun itself from the verb is not mentioned itself, as we did before. Is that clear, Sister Balkis?
Yes, sir.
Right. As you're on the mic, Sister Balkis, can I request you to do one column and one column, Sister Huma? So if you can do the kawa.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kawa, he ironed. Fahimtuhu jayyadan. I have understood it well. Zadakallahu ilman. May Allah increase your knowledge. Ja'a, he came. Rakibun, passenger in a bus, train, plane, etc. Fariha is he was pleased. Khadimun, servant, both male and female. Ma'shallahu, literally what Allah wills. An expression of surprise and appreciation.
Excellent. Sister Huma, next column, please.
Majalatun, magazine. Imaratun building, Suratun surah, Shiqqatun flat, Sanun tooth,
With a kasra, the sin has a kasra. Sinnun.
Sinnun,
Yep.
Sinnun tooth, Ya Baniyu,
Ya
O my
bunayya.
Ya Bunayya, O my little son, Masrurun, pleased, happy, Faqatun, only.
Excellent.
Shiqqatun flat. Which sort of flat is it?
Just an apartment.
Apartment.
Yeah. Shukkatun or shukka, both of them are red. So it means it's apartment.
Apartment.
Right, okay, let's start the lesson now. It's a long lesson, but let's do it now. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ad-Darsu Sadisu, the 6th lesson. I think we are not right. I'm going to ask 2 people to read. Can I request Sister Sakina? Sister Sakina, are you there?
Yes.
And who didn't get a chance last week to read in class? Sister Najma was here. I don't know if she's here now. And she's gone. Okay. Can I request Sister Sakina and also Sister Zamina? Both of you been away last week, or Sister Zamina was away. Sister Sakina and Sister Zamina, can you come on the mic?
Yeah.
Okay. One becomes a mother, and what other becomes Sa'id. Bismillah. And I will correct the mistakes.
Okay. متى رجعت من المدرسة يا بني? When did you return from the school, O my son?
رجعت قبل نصف ساعة. I returned after
half an hour.
Half an hour.
Yep.
أين أختك يا مريم? أما رجعت? Where is your sister Maryam? When did she return?
No. Ama means did. Ma means not. Whenever ma comes with a past tense verb, it comes in the unit of not. Has your where is your sister Maryam? Did she not return?
Okay. Did she not return?
لا أدري. أنا ما رأيتها.
La adri. La, so I'll send you this verb as well. Past and present. La adri am fi sahli am fi jabal am fi sama'in. You know in the dua which was for Zuhran. La adri means I do not know. So la
Even
adri,
they use ma adri.
yeah, ma adri as well. So la adri means I do not know. Ma ra'aytuha. Ma, when it comes in the past tense, it comes in the own negation. Ma ra'aytuha, Sister Sakina. What does that mean? I
did not see her.
Correct.
ماذا قرأت اليوم? What did you read today?
قرأت اليوم درسا جديدا في الفقه. I read today lesson.
Incorrect. So look at it. Darsan jadidan is coming. What relationship darsan jadidan has with each other?
Adjective.
Exactly. So a new
lesson in fiqh.
Correct.
أفهمته? Did you understand it?
نعم فهمته جيدا. Yes, I understood it very well.
Question. Sister, question is for Sister Zina Jan Muhammad. Sister Zina Jan Muhammad. What? Assalamu alaikum. Why is it fahim? Where is the who referring back to? I understood it well.
It's referring to the lesson.
Correct. The lesson is masculine, and who is referring back to it? Correct.
Yeah.
Next sentence, and then I'll bring someone else on the mic.
Okay. أما قرأت القرآن الكريم? Did you not read the magnificent?
The Holy Quran, or the glorious Quran?
Yeah.
بلى قرأت سورة الرحمن وحفظتها ففرح بالمدرس كثيرا.
Translation, please.
في الفصل. Yes, I read Surah Rahman and I memorized it.
Correct. So the verb is hafidha, yahfadhu, past tense. Hafidha, yahfadhu is a present on the pattern of alima, ya'lamu. Continue. The teacher. So the fa'il, fariha. So the teacher became happy with
and
me.
he said, okay. And so the teacher became happy with me.
Yep.
And he said, surely you are the best student in the class.
Excellent. Jazakallah for both of you sisters. Sister Zahra
Sheikh,
Jamal.
can I ask a question?
I was going to mention your name and you turned on the mic. Go ahead.
I've always wondered what's the difference between na'am and bala. Both are yes.
Okay. So na'am, when the sentence is coming negative or positive, you can say na'am. But bala itself is normally used as a response for a negative sentence before. Ama qara'atul Qur'ana, did you not read the Quran? So when it's a negative sentence, then the answer will be by bala, bala ya Rasulullah. Like for example,
it also means yes, but responds to a negative question.
Correct. We'll do this in the, I think it's in the, we did this, I think before, or is in the next lesson. We'll do in the next lesson. It will explain to you about bala and na'am itself, how the usage between the two.
Okay.
So like, for example, alastu awla bi anfusikum, do I not have more rights or authority upon you? Bala ya Rasulullah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it comes a lot in the Quran.
Yeah. It comes in a response for something which is in the negative, asked in a negative form of a question.
This is the same as bal?
Bal, no. Bal means however.
Okay.
Yeah, bal means however.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, go, doctor.
Of the word adriya, please.
Sorry, adriya means I do not know.
But the root of adriya?
Dal ra ya. Good question. So dal, yeah, dal ra ya is the root word, and adra, and this is this is a three-letter verb. Dara yadri. Dara yadri. I'll send this, and this is a weak letter verb in the the third letter itself. Can I request who I'm going to request now? Sister Mukarrama Walji and Sisters Zahra Jamal. Sister Zahra Jamal, continue from and Sister Mukarrama Walji, alaikum salam. Go ahead, Sister.
MashaAllah, Zadakallahu ilman ya bunayya. MashaAllah, may Allah increase your knowledge, O my son.
Aghasalti kumsani ya ummi. Did you wash my shirt, O my mother?
Na'am, yes. Ghasaltuha wa kawaytuha. I washed it and I ironed it. Khuz hazal qamis. Take this shirt.
Hati dhaka ya ummi. Dhaka ajmalu min hadha. Please give me that one, oh my mother. That is more beautiful than this.
Tadkhulu Maryam. Maryam enters. So, should I read the Maryam sign? Yep. Assalamu alaikum. Kayfa haluki ya ummi. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, O my mother? Wa kayfa haluka ya akhi. And how are you, O my brother?
Wa alaikum salam. Ahlan ya binti. And peace be upon you. Ahlan, welcome, O my daughter. Mata kharajti min al madrasati. When did you return from the madrasa? from the school.
Excellent. Right, brilliant. Can I request next person on the mic, Sister Zinat, Jan Muhammad, and Sister Humaid.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I don't think so I'll be able to translate everything.
That's fine. I'll help you. I'm here to help. So I'm deliberately pushing you. So normally I should be reading it. I'm not doing it because I want you to be confident and try to solve the lesson yourselves now. So inshallah, I'm trying to push. Otherwise, I could have read it myself. So I'm not doing it. I want to help you. Go ahead, Sister Zinat. You go ahead, and Sister Huma will respond to you. Bismillah.
Okay, inshallah. Kharajtu ba'da salati dhuhr. I returned back after Salatul Dhuhr.
Correct. And now one point I need to mention.
Okay.
Kharajtu is which tense, past or present?
Past.
Ba'da. The word ba'da and qabla, what does ba'da mean?
Ba'da is after.
Correct. And qabla means? Before.
Before.
Correct. Now, whenever ba'da and qabla come, the noun which comes after it, it's always mudaf ilay. Can you see the word salat?
Salati.
It's not
Okay.
salatul dhuhri, it's salatul dhuhri.
Okay.
So just a point, I need to highlight that for everyone. Continue, please. Sisters Huma.
Sheikh, can I just ask a question, please?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes. Go ahead, Sister.
I thought kharaja was to exit, but here we're saying we returned.
No, kharajtu, I exited. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank
Is left okay?
Yes, I left after Salatul Dhuhr. Correct.
Thank you.
Sister Huma.
Anna, Zamalaika, Aminatu, wa Fatmatu, wa Saad.
So here the word is after the lam, there's a alif. Aina, so it's zamilatun singular. Aina zamilatuki.
Yeah, they're plural.
Yes, zamilatuki. Where are your colleagues?
Colleagues. Anna, where are your colleagues? Amna and Fatma and Saad.
Correct.
أنا ما رأيتهن بعد الصلاة. أنا ما رأيتهن. I.
Yep.
Ma is the negation, right?
Yep. Ma means not. Ra'aytu means
not.
saw.
Yeah. Yeah. Ra'aytu. I don't know what ra'aytu means.
See. I did not saw.
See.
I did not saw.
Okay. Okay. I did not saw.
Yeah. I did not saw them. I didn't see them after
them. I did not see them after Salat.
Correct.
Ya binti akhuka hafiza Surat al-Rahman.
Excellent.
O daughter, did you?
Akhuka. Akhun. Akhuka.
Akhuka, did your brother memorize Surah Rahman?
Yep. Oh, daughter, your brother is a statement. Your brother memorized Surah Rahman.
Ayya suratin hifzatil anta.
No. Hafizti anti.
Hafizti anti. Which surah did you memorize?
Excellent.
Okay. Ana hafiztu Surat al-Hadid. I memorized Surat al-Hadid.
Correct.
Wahiya atwalu min Surat al-Rahman. And she.
Not she. It.
Oh, here.
Yeah, it.
And it. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And it atwalu. I don't know what atwalu means.
Atwalu means longer.
Okay. Sorry, longer.
Yeah, it's longer.
Okay. And it is longer means then Surat al-Rahman.
Correct.
Then Surat al-Rahman.
Correct. وكذلك
حفظت 16 آية من سورة النبأ.
Correct.
وكذلك and
similarly. كذلك means similarly. Yep.
Okay. And similarly حفظت I 16.
ستة
16?
16, yes.
Yeah, okay. So Hafiz to ayatun, and I did 16 ayats.
I memorized 16 ayahs.
I memorized 16 ayats of Surah An-Naba.
Correct.
Okay.
MashaAllah. Innaki talibatun mujtahidatun.
Excellent.
MashaAllah, you are an hardworking student.
Excellent.
Ana masruratun bika. I'm happy with you.
Correct. Biki.
Oh, Biki, I'm happy with you or pleased with you. Azabti ila maktabatil yom.
Excellent.
When did you?
Now, did you? Adhabti, did you go?
Did you go to the library today?
Na'am, zahabtu. Yes, I did.
Mada qaratil hanuka. Why did you? Mada qaratil hunaka. Why did you?
No, Mada qara'ta hunaka. Yep.
Why did you read there?
No, Mada means what?
What? Oh, what? What? Okay, I'm saying why. Maza qara'tu. What did you read there?
Qara'tu mujallatan min Pakistan ismuha Islam.
Excellent.
Okay, I read. Yeah.
Yep, I read.
To Majallatan, I read Majallatan means what?
Magazine.
Okay. I read the magazine of the Pakistan Ismuha.
Al-Islam.
The name of Islam, yeah.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Right, thank you. Now I'm going to choose next students. Will be Sister Zinat. I think Sister Zinat has not. Sister Zinat.
I just read.
Okay, so not Sister Zinat. Sister Sharabano. Sister Sharabano Khaku. And Sister Sharabano Khaku, and who's not had a chance yet? Sister Sister Zohra Virji. Sister Zohra Virji and Sister Sharabano Khaku. Bismillah.
باللغة العربية هي باللغة العربية هي is it in Arabic language? Is that what it means?
Correct. باللغة العربية here. It is in the Arabic language.
لا هي باللغة الإنجليزية. No, it is in English. In the language of English language.
أذهبت إلى مديرتي.
Correct. Did you go? ذهبت إلى المديرة. Did you go to the female principal?
Okay, did you go to the female principal?
لا هي ما جاءت اليوم.
جاءت اليوم.
No, she did not go today.
She did not come today.
She did not come today, sorry.
ما جاءت, she did not come today, correct?
لما, why?
أظن أنها ذهبت إلى مكة. أظن means what, Sheikh?
I think.
Oh, I think that she went to Makkah.
Correct.
أشربت الشاي? Will you drink chai?
لا ما شربت. No, I did not drink.
هات الشاي يا ليلى. Take, hati is take?
No, hati bring.
Oh, bring chai or Layla.
Correct.
وهاتي قطعة خبز أيضا يا ليلى. أنا جوعة. And bring what is قطعة? I know خبز is bread.
قطعة means a piece. قطعة means a piece.
Okay, and bring a piece of bread also, O Layla, I am hungry.
Ana Joe, I am hungry. Brilliant. Right. It's been okay. I think this would be enough. If everyone absorbs the lesson, that would be more than sufficient. And inshallah, I will then do the exercises next lesson. So next lesson, inshallah, before the Khuda, if long as I have my phone with me, I will inshallah try to do a lesson this Sunday, inshallah, at 4 o'clock, inshallah. So we will try to do all the exercises and then inshallah finishes all in lesson number 7.
4 o'clock UK.
Yeah, 4 o'clock UK time. That will be 11 p.m. No, it'll be 4 p.m. So it'll be 12 o'clock.
12.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. Okay,
And Sheikh, you'll send us the verbs, right? The ones you said. Yeah?
Yes, I'll send the verbs in both classes. I need to do that as well.
Thank you.
Inshallah. Okay, Allahumma salli ala
And
Muhammad.
Sheikh, I want
Yes, sister.
Sunday's class will record, right? Because maybe I won't be there.
Yeah, it'll be recorded and I'll send it in the group as well, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam.
What time is the Sunday class?
4 o'clock, doctor, inshallah. I'll keep it 4 because it's easier for everyone, inshallah. Okay.
Jazakallah.
Fi amanillah.
Thank you. Jazakallah.
Fi amanillah.